European Parliament calls for ban on unpaid internships. Haha, I did an unpaid internship at the European Parliament. I have done 5 internships, only got paid at one of them, €12 a day, for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. At the other 4 I got paid nothing, not even compensation for travel, nothing. Edit. For those saying that I learned nothing from my first internships by doing more unpaid internships, in Belgium it is the norm that you don't get paid. It's just part of the internship culture there. Definitely good step. So many scummy tricks are used by companies to either refuse to pay salaries or devalue the work done by employees and contractors. Good. Too many companies taking advantage of interns with no plans to hire them, because they know they can just replace them with a new unpaid intern. I'm keen on bringing back apprenticeship though. And not just for trades. A limited period where you can be paid student wages in return for receiving measurable training for a job, enough of a discount that it's worth it to a company to train you up, but not long enough a period that it can be easily abused by keeping you as an apprentice until you give up and quit. Unpaid internships are a classist abomination. The amazing thing is that they weren't already banned. You can always count on enterprising captains of industry to find a way to profit out of everything. This nonsense has been used to exploit desperate people for free labor for ages. There it is, the first of many new worker protections that I as a UK citizen won't get. We absolutely need this work done, but we won't pay you because you don't have plus 5 years experience and we don't want to pay you training. This is the best TLDR I could make. Original, https://www. Euractiv.com/section/politics/news/ European Parliament calls for ban on unpaid internships/ reduced by 79%. I'm a bot. This battle against unpaid internships has been going on for a long time. For too long we have got used to unpaid traineeships, but this has got to change, European Parliament President David Sassoli told reporters last week, addressing concerns about a large number of unpaid interns and trainees working in EU institutions and across Europe. European trade unions announced they are backing the European Parliament's call on the Commission to ban unpaid internships and invest in quality jobs for young people. Commenting on the decisions, the European Youth Forum said, "We call on the member states to follow the European Parliament's lead and uphold youth rights by making unpaid internships a thing of the past and introducing binding quality standards for the Youth Guarantee." Extended summary, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditald/jd0yyh/european_parliament_ban_on_unpaid/FAQ, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditald/comments/31b9fm/FAQ_auditaldr_bot/version 2. 02-532385TL. DRS so far. Feedback, http://np. Reddit. com/message/compose, 2=%23 auditaldr PMs and comments are monitored, constructive feedback is welcome. Top keywords, youth #1 European #2 unpaid #3 guarantee #4 people #5. Good. Unpaid internships are dumb as shit to begin with, not to mention predatory AF. What's the difference between volunteer work and unpaid internship in this context? I assume they are not planning to ban volunteering too. Would this lead to a decrease in opportunities? Unpaid internships suck, but if I was desperate I would take it over nothing to get something on my resume. When I was working on my PhD in Clinical Psych, one of our teachers admonished us for not applying to unpaid internships, because they are good experience. I replied, I would, but I like to eat. She scowled and mumbled something under her breath, but I knew I had made my point. Sometimes people that don't need to worry about money forget others are not as well off. From a US perspective, there's the other side of internships, paid or not, the fact that you likely pay tuition to your university even though they do nothing but rubber stamp your degree's internship requirement. And that costs money. I paid $3,000 for 3 credit hours for one required internship, and $6,000 for 6 credit hours for a second required internship. In both cases the university did not help me find a job, provided no support while I had the job, and did absolutely nothing but add it to my transcript. Internships are fucking highway robbery from every end. Fully agree. Time already to stop exploiting the youth for free labor. Good. Internships in Germany are a scam. At least in social sciences, you often need to do a mandatory internship for your bachelor's/master's. The most prestigious institutions outright tell you, they will not give you any pay and you will need to take care of your own accommodation. During my bachelor I found a research institute along my specialization. Since you are basically shotgunning CVS and look at what sticks after, it ended up that they offered me a place in 2 months' time. Problem was, they are in a big city, so finding some sort of regular accommodation for 2 months and in 2 months is a nightmare. Had to bite the bullet and pay for an Airbnb stay on the outskirt of the city, still leaving me with a 1.5-hour commute with public transports, which I also had to pay for. And of course the accommodation was expensive as hell too. The internship didn't teach me anything, I was just doing busy work. They rarely checked up on me, so by week 7, I was just writing my papers for my other courses on the job. This research institution was tied to a big university and they have their own publication and some other unique stuff going for them. During my master's I found a smallish registered association for a topic I am kind of ambivalent about. They are barely known outside specific circles and have a tight/declining budget. And yet, they did what neither foreign ministry or the European Central Bank or any other official institution do. They compensated me with a small apartment that is signed under the association, specifically for interns to stay in over the duration of the internship. With this alone, they basically saved me around 1,2k euro. Of course that motivated to do my best and the association clearly knew how to utilize interns. I lost a shitload of respect for these larger institutions and companies that are too fucking scummy to even pay minimum wage, and there you had a small association that was providing such a thoughtful option for their interns. Still blows my mind. If internships remain unpaid, they should at least be scrapped from the curriculums at universities. I got lucky, my parents helped me financially with my first internship and the second one was more or less free for me. Don't know how other people deal with that shit, aside from personal connections. At a former workplace of mine there would be a constant chain of interns, each one staying for several months, typically 3 to 6. Near the end of their leave the senior interns would train the new ones so they could do advanced tasks too. They basically ran an entire subsection of their business on interns. The actual stuff had trained some initial interns well years ago, so that they could pass down their knowledge to many subsequent generations of other interns, perhaps with occasional refreshments or corrections from the OG staff necessary. Interns were paid at this place, but at a much lower rate than ordinary and not enough to make a living or pay for accommodation in the city. When I became a full-time employee later on, I did much of the same work but was paid many times higher. Hated that practice. I'm really surprised it isn't already illegal in the EU. As in Canada it is illegal with some exceptions. The exceptions are if it is part of their education. For example, a student in nursing that is doing their practicum. What is not exempt that a lot of people think is and can get your business in trouble, a recent university grad who is interning at a job, a person who is working for 4 months during the summer but is an university student the other 8 months of the year.